Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner, y'all, and today we're going to be talking about this truck right here, the Mega Cab HD. Now, why are we going to be talking about this truck specifically? Well, this truck, ever since it got released on mod.io and ever since I did my initial video on it, I have received questions every single day asking, where is the Mega Cab HD? Why is it not on consoles? And why have we not heard any updates about it? Now, the creator of this truck, John Hot Rod, actually not too long ago made a statement about it because usually trucks from this mod creator usually make it to consoles very, very quickly. However, the reason why this truck is not on console yet, and I've been seeing a lot of stuff floating around in the comments and on different Discord servers from people speculating like, oh, you know, do the devs not want to add this truck to console? Are the devs keeping this truck away from us console players? They're not necessarily keeping it away from console players. They're not intentionally not putting it on console. There's not really anything like that going on. However, here's why this truck has not dropped on console yet, at least as of the timing of recording this video. Now, the reason why it has been taking so long for the Mega Cab HD to drop on consoles is because the Mega Cab HD experiments with a new type of customization that for some reason is throwing unknown errors on particular console platforms. Now, why is this a big deal? Why is this something that we need to be concerned about? Well, here's the thing. When a mod throws an error on console, or at least, you know, when a mod creator is trying to get a mod pushed to console, essentially what happens is when the mod goes to the development team to be tested, they don't necessarily test it for one error or another and then report back to the modder. They do report back to the modder, although all they really tell the modder themselves is, hey, this mod threw an error, fix it. And that's really all the modder ever gets told. So what essentially happens is it goes into a cycle of the modder trying to figure out what errors might be getting thrown and then resubmitting the mod for testing to see if it throws an error again or not. And if it doesn't throw an error again, then the mod drops on console. If it does throw an error again, then the devs send it back to the mod creator, not the moderator, but the mod creator, and they say, hey, it threw an error, you gotta figure it out and fix it. So it's not like the developers have been telling John Hot Rod, hey, your mod threw this error, if you just fix this and this, it'll be fine. It's more like, hey, mod threw an error, figure it out and fix it. And it's like, you know, oh, what error was it? Well, we can't tell you that. Just figure it out and fix it. So that's kind of how this process has been working. And I can assure you, John Hot Rod has been working as hard as they can to genuinely try to dig into the issue and figure out why. Now, in the statement that John Hot Rod made, this mod is not throwing any errors on PC. It's actually only throwing errors when it's tested on console. And they're thinking that it might be due to the fact that it has interchangeable suspension types. Now, what John Hot Rod is essentially trying to do here is they're trying to figure out if it's possible to include more than one entire suspension architecture in one mod. Because if they are able to figure it out to the point to where they can, you know, if they can do that without errors, then what they would essentially be able to do is include multiple vehicles within the same vehicle. Now, what that means is you could have a stock truck or you could have a full-blown crawler all within the same mod, all within the same truck. And John Hot Rod was actually saying in a statement that they made that this might go as far as being able to swap between, you know, like total vehicle configurations in the same mod, like single cab, quad cab, so on and so forth, maybe short bed, long bed, but it would all come down to whether or not they can get the multiple suspension architectures to actually work in a way that allows the mod to be available on both PC and consoles. And as of right now, that is the hang-up that is preventing the Mega Cab HD from being able to drop on consoles super quickly, and why it seems to be continuing to throw errors when it's being tested on different consoles. Now, I know that this is a extremely highly anticipated mod. I mean, I get messages about this mod every single day. I get comments about this mod every single day. And I appreciate all of the comments, I appreciate all of the questions, and I'm sure that John Hot Rod is getting just as many messages, if not more, than I'm getting. And so, you know, when I think about that, I'm like, wow, this mod is very highly anticipated, and I can understand that a lot of you are extremely excited to be able to drive a 5th gen RAM on consoles. Of course it's one of the most anticipated mods to ever come to this game. I understand why it would be one of the most anticipated mods to ever come to this game. However, I'm really hoping that our patience as a community pays off, and not only that we get to see this mod on console, but that we get to see even crazier projects from John Hot Rod make their way onto both PC and consoles with even crazier options than the options that are present here in the Mega Cab HD, because there are some insane customization options, and John Hot Rod has been known to push the boundaries of what SnowRunner modding is capable of, especially on consoles, because there are a lot of things that are present in John Hot Rod's mods that a lot of people would have looked at back at the beginning of SnowRunner's, you know, console mod saga, and would have said, that would never be available in a console mod. You're crazy if you think that that mod would ever make its way to console. It's too much detail, it's too much this, it's too much that. But John Hot Rod has always managed to overcome all of those things and has managed to get their mods on console. And I want to say that there's value in being able to be patient with this stuff, right? There's value in being able to, you know, in being able to figure these things out. And I understand that it's not always, you know, easy to say. I understand that a lot of you want this right now. And I understand that it might seem like, oh, the devs don't release any good mods for console anymore. You know, the devs are holding this truck back from us. And, you know, while the mod testing process for console may be frustrating, I mean, I get it. It's frustrated me before, too, and I don't even make mods, and it's frustrated me. But, like, while I understand that it can be extremely frustrating, especially if you only have the game on console and not PC, trust me when I say that once this truck does make its way to consoles, it will be 100% worth it. It absolutely will be 100% worth it, because it's an incredible mod. It's an absolutely incredible mod, an absolutely incredible truck, and once y'all get your hands on it, I promise you, it will be so incredibly worth it. Now, another thing that I do think is definitely worth talking about when it comes to this subject is, you know, how for a good while, right? I would say, I don't know how long, but for a good while, there were a lot of mods getting released for consoles for SnowRunner. And the reason why that was because that was before the next generation update. And I think a lot of the overall kind of, not necessarily anger towards console mods, but a lot of the frustration towards, I mean, it might be anger for some people, but a lot of the frustration towards console mods came out of the separation of systems. And when the separation of systems happened, and it basically was like, all right, there's now a difference between a next-gen mod, a previous-gen mod, all these different things, right? I think that that was one of the biggest things that created all of that division in the modding community, because you had a big group of people that were so excited to get their new-gen consoles, and then they got their new-gen console, and literally 75% of the console mods that they were, you know, accustomed to using were gone. And that, I think, I don't know how the developers did not think that that was going to be a hugely detrimental thing. I just genuinely don't understand how they didn't think to themselves, this might anger our community. But, like, at the same time, I mean, there are different things that the developers have done that have made me go, why would you do that? And I don't know. I mean, like, I get it to a degree, but to another degree, I don't. And I don't know if I will fully ever get why they decided that that was, like, you know, the right idea. I don't know if they were like, this is the best plan, or if they were like, well, this is just gonna have to be a necessary side effect of what we're gonna do here. I really, truly don't know. But what I do know is that this bridge is messed up. After they did one of the PTS updates, this bridge got, well, doinked. Look at this! If it's like that when, okay, if it's like that when this DLC actually fully comes out, I don't know what to think. If that is still like that when this DLC fully comes out, this is, of course, recorded on PTS. Oh, boy. Yeah, if that's still like that when the DLC fully comes out, I just hope that the devs are aware of that. If the devs are not aware of that, they should become aware, and they should become aware quickly. Yes, wait. Oh, this actually says things. Whoa! I've never been up here. Never actually, like, read this. Whoa! Holy crap! That's neat. It's actually got stuff written on it. That's really cool! I had no idea that it was that detailed. Oh, that's sick. I literally never bothered to go up there when I was driving around to the public test server. Seriously, I never bothered to go up there. That's so neat. But really, at the end of the day, and what I really want to drive home with this video is the reason why this truck is not on consoles, at least yet as of recording this video, the whole reason it's not there yet is because there is an aspect of the coding that continues to return errors when it is tested on console, and John Hot Rod is, I promise, working around the clock to try to get this thing out to you guys, because, trust me, John Hot Rod wants this in y'all's hands as much as you do. And at the end of the day, I really, truly hope that it makes its way onto the console mod browser very, very soon. Phantom Trampoline for the win. But, hope you all enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will see y'all next time.